Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my easy everyday makeup and how easy it is to achieve. If that's something you're interested in, then just keep watching. So first I like to go in with a primer. Here I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish. And then I go in with some concealer. Here I'm using Tarte Shape Tape, and I just put it all over my eyelids just to get it prepared for whatever I'm going to put on my eyelids next. Then I like to set that with my Cover FX translucent powder just to make sure it doesn't crease throughout the day and that it stays throughout the day. And instead of using eyeshadow, I usually like to, just for an everyday look, go in with a bronzer. Or right here I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring kit. I just start with the lightest shade and I go in with that and I just kind of put it all over, and you really can't make a mistake here because it's super easy to use. It blends out really well and it's really light. It's more of a natural toned color, so it's really hard to make mistakes. Then I just go in with a deeper shade after that and I put that all over in the crease. And then I'll go in with the darkest shade, more of the bronzer shade, and I'll put that on my eyelid and on the corners of the crease, really emphasize on the outer edge. And then I'll go in with the light shade and just tap it in on my lid just to give it a little highlight and just to make it pop a little more so it's not so dull. Next, I like to go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Light Foundation. Here I'm wearing shade 3, and I'm going in with just a flathead brush. I usually use either a flat thick brush or a stippling brush for the foundation. It just gives it more of a photo finish look. I just apply that all over my face. And then next I will take my Tarte Shape Tape again and just go under my eyes just to highlight and kind of down my nose a little bit. And then on my forehead I'll put a few lines there, and then on my chin. And I use my damp beauty blender to just blend that in. And then I like to go back in with my Cover FX translucent powder and just bake underneath my eyes for a few minutes. So I'll just apply that down my nose, under my eyes, on my forehead, and on my chin again as well. While that bakes, I like to start on my eyebrow, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in medium brown. And here I just start at the back of my eyebrow and fill it in and carve it out, and then I just trace a line underneath my eyebrow and fill it in a little bit, and then I will draw a soft line on top of my eyebrow. But I don't go all the way to the front with that top line because I don't want to square my eyebrows in. I just want to keep the front very natural. And so I brush those up. I don't fill the front end very much at all. I then remove all of the baking with a big powder brush, and I try to push as much of that powder into my skin as possible and just kind of move it around so it sets the rest of my foundation, because I don't like to put a whole lot of powder on. So I just kind of move that around on my skin. And just because it's summer, I just like to make sure that I have some bronzer on. So I just place some of this underneath my cheekbones and on my forehead. And I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in medium. also like to apply it on my neck and under my chin just to give it some depth and some contour and try to take away that second chin. I also like to use the banana powder in that kit to highlight under my eyes. And then the blush I'm using is MAC Plum Foolery. I use a fan brush with it just because it doesn't apply as much as a blush brush would. It kind of allows you to put as little or as much as you'd like. Kind of gives it more of just a natural flushed look. And now I'm using the Anastasia highlight kit. This is the shade Summer. Just apply that on top of my cheekbones as well as above my eyebrows. It kind of gives your eyebrow a little lift. And of course you have to apply it to your Cupid's bow. And I apply it to my chin and then a little bit on the tip of my nose. I'm going to go back in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit and just use the same shades that I used on my eyelids to use under my eyes just to give it a more finished look. And I'm going to use the same order. I'm going to start with the lighter color first and draw it all the way across the bottom of my eye and kind of blend that out. And then the darker color, and I'll kind of just keep that on 3/4 of my eye. And then the darker shade I will go in just the corner of my eye. Now here I have the same highlighting color again from Anastasia, the Summer color, and I'm just highlighting my brow bone and the inner corners of my eyes. We're going for a very glowy summer look here. Now I'm going to finish off with my MAC mascara. I like to make sure I get my bottom lashes as well. I know not everybody does that, but to me it just makes your eyes pop a whole lot more. And then I like to finish with not usually a lipstick for every day. I'll have my Burt's Bees pomegranate that I love to use every day. And then I finish off with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And that's it. It's easy as that.
Alright, and that is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.